Today we are starting our ultimate Kenai Peninsula road trip.
For the next 2 weeks, we are taking van life to the max and exploring this incredible region of the world. We'll be sharing some delicious local eats,
Ridiculous,
jaw-dropping wildlife, and unique towns throughout the Kenai. We just left Anchorage this morning and now we're on the turning an arm, and I think this is going to set the tone for the entire road trip. It is gorgeous.
And we're heading all the way down to Homer. Homer is our final destination where we have so many fun activities planned, but we hope to see many fun things along the way.
Don't be scared of having dreams. There's beauty in the simple things. Don't be scared of giving yourself away.
Today we are driving to the end of the Kenai Peninsula and we are already getting a first-class look at the abundance of life here in the Alaskan summer.
I'm not scared of giving myself away.
Alright, turning off to our campsite. I think this is gonna be a good one.
I have a really strong feeling that this is going to be a good one.
It is pretty steep. You think we can get back up?
I really hope so. I mean, going down is fine, but holy cow, coming back up, this is going to be, oh my gosh, I might just, oh my gosh.
And just like that, we're at our first campsite of the road trip. And I think this campsite might just be Ollie's favorite of van life so far.
She's actually probably a little in shock because this is salt water and she's been in fresh water for quite some time. Tonight for dinner, I am cooking with one of the best views that I have had out of this door. It is absolutely beautiful. Looking out into Cook Sound and seeing all of these volcanoes, basically. Very cool. Tonight I am making some chickpea noodle soup because Elliot is feeling a little bit under the weather, and a soup sounds like a good fit for the bill. I've recently made this and I made it on the video.
The prettiest looking chickpea noodle soup you've ever made.
Oh, thanks.
And the most pretty background too.
I know, right? I don't think I've ever made chickpea noodle soup with volcanoes in my background. That will be a first. And I don't know that it's ever going to be happening again. So,
appreciate it while we're here.
Yeah, appreciate it while it's here because it's not going to last long.
That was definitely one of the best places we have ever spent the night, and today is just as gorgeous as it was yesterday evening. Full views of the volcanoes outside of our front door. While we do have a lot of work to do behind the camera while we're on the Kenai, we are also trying to maximize the good days that we have, and today could be the best day that we have the entire 2.5 weeks, which is why we are heading into Homer. But first, there's a challenge of getting out of this campground. We have a massive hill, probably one of the steepest gradients we've ever taken summit. So let's see how it goes.
Okay. I would imagine this is like a 35-degree hill.
Oh wow, you heard it here first.
Or even,
Okay. All right.
I don't know what what's going on back there. I can't look
Mayhem.
back. I can't.
Mayhem, that's what it is. Oh. Clench it.
Oh my gosh.
That wasn't so bad.
Okay. I would not want to do that hill if it was
Icy.
well, icy or rainy, like muddy. Would not want to do that hill.
Homer, Alaska, known as the end of the road, is famous for the Spit, a 4.5-mile finger of land built from glacial sediment left behind after the last ice age.
It's interesting. So Homer, I wish that there was smell-o-vision because Homer has this like smell to it. It is partially saltwater. Now that we're like near a lot of the commercial fishing industry, it has that like fishy smell, but it's also mixed with this scent that is so hard for me to describe, but all I'm calling it is the Alaska scent because I've smelt it practically on every trail, and it's this mix of like floral and like spring almost, and this like the mist and the smell that you smell in spring. It is just incredible. And that's kind of like this mix of smells is Homer. We went to Johnny's Corner, which is pretty much towards the end of the Spit, kind of far away from many of the other restaurants, but we've heard that it has some incredible food. So we got the attic to share, and it is hazelnut crusted halibut, and it looks incredible. There's some mushrooms, asparagus, a purple cabbage slaw, an egg, and one of my favorites, kimchi. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Homer is the halibut capital of the world, hence why we decided to get the halibut dish. But this looks incredible. That is so flaky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. You're going to freak out when you have this. It's so good. So there's a sauce on here that is like a creamy sriracha mayo almost. But then you have the sweetness of this mango slaw or salsa. Holy cow. And then you have the crispy crunch on the outside. Mmm. Divine.
Homer has been super cool just walking around today, but it is time to head back to our campsite. We're gonna go to the same spot that we were at last night because it's only like 20 minutes out of town, which is perfect. 20 minutes and free is a combination we'll take any day of the week. Although if you did want to stay in town, there are quite a few options here on the Spit. They're just paid, and depending on what kind of spot you want, you might need to reserve it in advance. Now we are planning to come back into Homer tomorrow, but that'll be for our blog only. We're doing some research on the best restaurants in the area and more research on the camping in the area. So if you're interested in that kind of content, make sure you check out our website at showandjoe.com. And then the following day, we're gonna be going off the coast into the state park here for our first ever backpacking trip. But that's gonna be a separate video, which will be the next video. So if you're interested in seeing that, make sure you stay tuned.
The Kenai Peninsula is not disappointing, and I cannot wait for what lies ahead of us.
Sorry to start it off with a bang.
I did.
Okay, we are eating breakfast on a work day, and we just got this tsunami warning telling us to leave. So,
To get to higher ground.
considering we are not at high ground right now, we are at sea level. We're moving.
We are moving.
We're moving. Okay.
Here it is, by the way.
Here's the earthquake.
Well, it's...
A tsunami warning. Okay. There is the tsunami warning.
What did the guy say?
He said there was an earthquake.
Oh, where?
He didn't say where.
Oh, okay.
Well, some people are, I guess, are questioning leaving. Like they have a whole setup over here. So we're definitely going. It does not take that long to move the van. And this is where the earthquake is. Actually not that far from us. 7.2.
7.2 magnitude?
Yeah, coming from two Floridians, like, I know what a Category 5 hurricane is, don't know what a 7.2 magnitude earthquake is. So we're getting out of Dodge, and we have this giant hill to come up, and we're gonna see how it goes. We'll do some more research. It looks so nice outside. It's sunny, but wow. And since we're on the Kenai, there isn't really that much higher ground we can go to up here. I think just up this hill is pretty much as good as we're gonna get. This is the zone right now. So we are in, we'd have to go all the way to Stoltna to get out of it. There's Ajax. Let's come up with a plan. Well, good morning.
I wasn't sure if the mud would mess you guys up.
Yeah, thankfully we didn't, but that was another butt-clenching moment for sure.
Gosh, what is happening?
Everybody's just driving out. Okay, let's go.
Okay, you guys can go first.
Okay.
Yeah, we're slow.
Everybody is going. There's one road in and out.
I wonder if the people down there in the like more permanent things are gonna like leave or not. Well, there's people still going towards that way.
Yeah, they can't leave, you know.
Okay.
All right, now time to watch.
Yeah, that's way
out there.
So
It'll still be a while.
Okay. So we have an update here. We're basically standing at the viewpoint about 350 feet off the ground. And essentially the earthquake hit about 400 miles just off the coast of here. And so it's gonna be hitting, there's definitely a tsunami, and it's definitely going to hit landfall, but it's gonna be more so on the Aleutian Islands. What are you guys thinking? Is it all now?
Go up to Saltana. And we were getting ready to head that way.
Yeah, you guys are going that way anyway, yeah. All right, the group is dispersing. I think that what we found out is that it is most likely not going to affect us, but we're not going to be going to the beach or going to a lower elevation anytime soon because there's still a few hours until it may hit. So we'll see how it goes. We'll get back in the van, get some more work done. This is a work day. We didn't plan on filming today, and we'll keep you posted with what we find out.
Good morning from day 2 of our Kenai Peninsula road trip. Today, we are starting our day by exploring the Homer Farmers Market before we continue on.
This is one of our favorite farmers markets that I think we've been.
The last thing we got done was we got our knife sharpened. I've been just waiting for this day to get the knife sharpened. And the person who sharpened it was actually quite a character. He also gave us a Band-Aid with it, which I thought was hilarious.
So cute.
But this is so needed. And it will be essential whenever cooking up some of the goodies that we got. Some purple broccoli, rainbow chard, and a thing I'm really looking forward to are these garlic scapes. And I've seen them used, but I've never actually used them before. So I'm very intrigued and very excited to kind of experiment in the kitchen with this.
Yay. Ollie's really excited that we're back. She said, it's about time you said hi to me. Come on. Before we leave Homer, we decided to come to the Alaska Maritime Visitor Center and do their Junior Ranger booklet. We're halfway through, and we're doing it along this lovely trail, the Beluga Slough Trail. Just basically being outside and learning a lot about the plants and wildlife here, because this area and this visitor center is mainly about the Aleutian Islands, which we're learning is like the Alaskan version of the Galapagos, which mind blown completely.
There are more
Shorebirds
in these islands than there are in the entire rest of the United States.
It's just so wild. It's such a cool area. If you have time to go to the visitor center, highly, highly, highly recommend it. For our last thing before we leave Homer, we got a recommendation from a local to visit Two Sisters Bakery. They close in like an hour, so we got a couple other last things that were recommended. Let's dive in. We're gonna start with savory. Ooh, got the very last kimchi pork bun.
Which sounds so interesting.
So good.
Very intrigued.
Topped with sesame seeds. Look at that pork shredded and layered on the inside. Oh yeah. Let's go sweet. It's a sticky bun. I'm gonna have sticky hands. It's okay. It's like a pecan pie had a baby with a cinnamon roll. It's amazing.
So good.
So good.
Ridiculous. Where do you find the ooey gooey cinnamon roll? On the Alcan? Not on the Alcan. It's at the end of the highway.
The end of the road.
Very end of the road. Keep going. That's where you find, at Two Sisters Bakery, that's where you find the ooey gooey. After eating some of those great bakery treats, really top notch, let's head back to the Alaska Maritime Visitor Center, turn in our ranger booklet, and continue on. All right, we have just been sworn in as junior ranger biologists, and we just got our first badge. I like get emotional at all of these like swear-ins, and yeah, so excited.
What do we get? We got a badge?
Yeah, and a sticker.
How cool.
Yeah.
What's going on in our Alaska water bottle?
Our Alaska water bottle.
Ollie!
Hi, babe.
Hi.
Hi.
Now that we've made it to the end of the road, it's time to head out to our next stop on our Kenai Peninsula road trip.
Oh,
Heading into new territory. We're not turning back to Anchorage. Directly ahead is Seward, which we'll be exploring tomorrow. It's almost 9 p.m. Sweet home.
Yay! I can't wait. Is this going to be another one of those epic campsites?
I think so.
Probably. Am I not?
Oh yeah, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Our closest friends. Let's go find that red truck.
Our friends are not going to be our friends anymore. They're going to be tired of us.
See something red over
Seriously,
there.
red. It looks like a red van now.
Tonight we were camping on what's essentially the bank of the river, but it's pretty wide and expansive right here, and pretty rocky, which is good, but kind of wherever we go is fair game. And since we're planning on making tomorrow a work day, we can go as far in as we want because we don't need to move and think about leaving. And we don't have a lot of rain, so we don't even have to worry about like the river overflowing. That's always good too. Although I don't think it comes up this far. Rocks, water. Snowcap Mountain. And the best pup in the world, Ollie, who now, she just turned 10 years old too. I can't wait to explore this region and show you more of this beautiful campground. But this is a wrap on day 2 of our Kenai road trip. Good night. On the road again. One of the best things about this campsite, it's only 12 minutes away.
Perfect.
Now, unfortunately, I believe Jen has the sickness that I had earlier in this video, even though there's been multiple days in between. So I'm carrying today, folks. My first impression of Seward is basically like quiet and idyllic. There's not a lot going on. Some great restaurants, some cool architecture, and completely stunning, but not a ton of people. But we are enjoying this waterfront trail. This port and Seward in general was created because of the railroad. It was going to be the terminus of the railroad and the water. And one of the key factors there was that this is an ice-free port. It doesn't actually ice over, which is important considering how far north we are.
I think we spotted an otter. It's on its back. They're so cute. Here in Seward, it is the mural capital of Alaska. And so as we've been walking around, we have been thoroughly observing and enjoying all the beautiful murals.
So far, we've seen a couple telling about the history of the area, and some are just artwork. Love it. We are loving wandering around here in Seward, just kind of exploring the town, and we're just shocked about how quiet and how peaceful it is, especially coming from Homer, which is very touristy and awesome in its own way. But this is beautiful, and it's honestly giving us a lot of New Zealand vibes, Milford Sound vibes. That was a fantastic walk. Now let's explore a little bit more this amazing town. We are back at the same place that we stayed at last night, and Jennifer has cooked us an amazing meal, even while sick. I mean, she's the goat. We have a pork tenderloin, we have spinach and garlic, and some sweet potatoes. The dinner of champions. But we're gonna circle back tomorrow when we can finally get out on the bay. We've been in the Kenai for a few days now, and it is time to get out on the water. Good night. It is time to finally get out on the water here in the Kenai Peninsula. We're going on a kayaking expedition with Sunny Cove Tours.
I'm very excited. I cannot wait to get out on the water because that just provides a totally different experience and view of this landscape.
The day is already looking great for our adventures with Sunny Cove Sea Kayaking, and it'll start with a van ride with a historical, I guess the train is applicable for the history of Seward, but it'll start with a van ride for the history of Seward.
We have all of our gear on. We have our paddles, our skirts to protect against any spray, and our PFDs. We're all ready to go.
We're launched. Back on the water. It feels good.
Feels very good.
We're doing an out and back trip today here in Resurrection Bay. Just going along the coast and being in nature. Couldn't imagine a better way to spend the day. We are now crossing the bay, and there's a little bit of chop, so I'll put the big camera away so it doesn't get too wet. They said that it's been so windy lately, even though it's been sunny, that they have had to cancel the tour. So this is the first tour in like 2.5 days. So pretty wild. All right, I'm gonna help Jen paddle again. You're doing great, babe. We have our first sea otter all the way over there. Do not have the big lens on, so we're not gonna be able to pick it up today, but it's just lying on its back. Having a good old time, enjoying the sunshine. Just like we are. Just like we are. What a beautiful day. There's a harbor porpoise all the way over there. If Ollie was here, she would be going crazy. Dolphin duty. We've had the wind constantly push us from the back today, so coming out has been really nice and easy, but we have to paddle back. Upwind, nothing is for free in kayaking, and so we're just kind of at the terminus. I'm surprised all the wildlife we've seen so far. A sea otter, a seal, and a harbor porpoise, and lots of birds. It's been a great tour so far. Really happy we've gone with Sunny Cove.
Time to head back. Our guides are very knowledgeable and super friendly and very kind, and like just the landscape is incredible. You have this like muted turquoise water, which is chef kiss, And then just like the landscape of the fjord is incredible.
Wonderful. A wonderful day here on the Kenai Peninsula. My girl, hi. How are ya?
Were you sleeping? Were you sleeping?
Definitely sleepy eyes.
Yeah,
for
you look
sure.
sleepy.
We got the pork ribs and the brisket plate. We have some beans, some Texas toast, coleslaw potato salad, and with their jalapenos and pickles and onions on top. It looks amazing. And we're gonna try their homemade barbecue sauce. And oddly enough, I don't think we expected to find barbecue up here, but let's dive in and see what it is.
Really beautiful glaze on the outside with the rub. And it has this like very slight crack into it. So good. And the meat is so juicy. Oh my gosh.
Good selection, good choice. That was delicious. Exactly what the doctor ordered after that long kayak ride. But we are gonna head back to camp, so we will circle back to you tomorrow for our next day on the Kenai Peninsula road trip.
Good morning. It is the day after we visited Kenai Fjords National Park, and that national park quite easily probably made it into our top 10. No, even top 5 favorite national parks in the United States. We absolutely loved our time there. It is time to continue on this Kenai Peninsula road trip. And right now I'm starting breakfast, but I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek. We are at battery 21%. We're gonna use our stove, which is quite power hungry. And I'm making us some omelets. So I have like 2 eggs each and some vegetables, some peppers, scallions, we have avocado, and then we're gonna have some kimchi with it. All right, let's see where our batteries are at. 20%, so only 1% that we lost. You know, plus or minus a little here and there, but yeah, pretty good.
And solar, yeah.
Yeah, and we have solar going. But I do have a little something for us today, but I don't feel comfortable running our oven for 30 minutes on like a super high setting to bake this. And so we'll bake that on the road once we get our alternator going.
I feel like what our like latest saying is on the road is like, this is gotta be in our top 5. Because we're seeing so many incredible places on this road trip, from Florida and the Everglades all the way up here to Alaska, that it's really hard to put something as like a top 1 or top 2. But so we're kind of just saying top 5, and we don't know exactly what the top 5 are, but this is one of our top 5 campsites. Kenai Fjords National Park is one of our top 5 national parks. Seward in general is one of our top 5 locations ever in the van, and I think for Ollie that stays the same because so many rocks and streams and rivers all over the place. But fortunately and unfortunately, it's time to go, and maybe we'll find some more top 5s on the rest of this road trip.
Here's to top 5.
Yeah.
Alright, we are 28% battery. We are getting 381 watts of solar, but we're about to start driving, so
Yeah.
let's see what our batteries can charge up to.
By the end of the day. last town on our Kenai road
Turn
trip.
All right. That looks good. Look at those bubbles. We've just gotten to the road that goes to Whittier and have pulled off on the side of the road, and I'm gonna start my focaccia. Our batteries have increased a little bit, and we're going to be potentially the first and only people who have ever made focaccia in the Whittier tunnel, potentially.
67%.
67% charge. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
A lot of that is because, I mean, we are getting solar, so I will add that caveat. But I do think a lot of that really is because of our alternator. So thanks, alternator. We need a name for the alternator.
Yeah, we do. And the Whittier tunnel is pretty one of a kind, so it's we're looking forward to it, but it's on a time schedule. It's only on the half hour heading to Whittier, so we have some time to kill. Hence why we pulled off near Portage Glacier.
Another glacier.
Another one.
We're pretty happy about these glaciers. And lastly, we have some of this garlic scape pesto that we made, and it's from the garlic scapes that we bought in Homer at the farmer's market. The pesto's a little chunky because our blender was having some challenge with blending it, but I think I'm gonna put that on the focaccia as well as some salt. Garlic scape focaccia. Looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Now it has to bake for 25 minutes. Nice!
$13. That's our round trip ticket. And we have a specified lane to go in.
Lane 3.
Lane 3. Should let this guy go ahead. Cool. We're seeing all these boats coming into Whittier, a couple sea dories, and that is Alaska 3.0 or 4.0. So lots of Alaskan adventures in the future.
Can you tell that we have really come to love Alaska? Very quickly we've come to love Alaska.
How can you not?
How can you not?
People are nice, gorgeous scenery.
Gorgeous scenery.
Love it.
There are 3 rules that we need to follow while in the tunnel. 1, the speed limit. I believe it's 20 or 25. 2, we need to keep our headlights on at all times. And 3, there is no stopping once we are in the tunnel. There are 6 lanes. We've been waiting only a few minutes. In the meantime, I made us a little board to go along with our focaccia.
Which is almost done.
Which is almost done. And the reason that we have this and the focaccia and so many other things is that I'm trying to clean out the fridge for our next trip in Alaska, where we are going to be away from the van. And so I want to try and empty the fridge before we leave the van. Well, garlic scapes are a little brown and the focaccia didn't get as brown, but it still looks great. It just needs to cool.
The longest tunnel under a mountain in North America, I believe, or maybe the United States. So this is a big one, folks, and it is one way. It looks like we're driving into a house.
It sure does. As I stick my head out the window to get a shot for the camera, it is noticeably cooler, which makes sense. There's no sunlight. It's under a mountain. But it's just kind of wild. Pretty neat.
That was cool. We aren't planning to spend a lot of time here in Whittier, but we did want to come through the tunnel because where else are you going to experience that? That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
But now, let's see what Whittier has to offer and see if it's prettier in Whittier. All right.
I know. You like the focaccia just as much as we do. You love bread. I know. I know you do. You're gonna get some, don't worry. Wow, look at the bubbles. So this is a sourdough focaccia, not an instant yeast focaccia. That's why there's a little bit of a sourdough flavor to it. And then we have the garlic flavor. Mmm. Mmm.
I think this is the best focaccia that Jen has made yet. Just the garlic scape pesto on top, all of the huge amount of air pockets in here. It is seriously delicious. We totally just devoured the entire loaf. Not the most nutritious lunch, but a very delicious one. But now, we're wrapping up this. Let's go walk along the waterfront in Whittier and see Prince William Sound for the first time.
Water looks so clear. It's maybe 10 feet that you can see down. Just wild.
We are enjoying a nice, calm, lazy stroll down the harbor here in Whittier, and a few things have popped out at us. One, there is a big building off in the distance, and that building, we read about it online ahead of time. In the winter, everybody lives in that building who lives in town, which seems extremely strange, but they have a police office in there, they have a grocery store, a school, so kind of everything that you need to live, and so that's the way of life here in Whittier in the off season. But in the on season, you have the harbor, and this might be just the most beautiful or one of the most beautiful harbors we've ever seen. Just kind of labeled as the entrance to Prince William Sound, and waterfalls off in the distance, snow-capped peaks all around, shorebirds, pretty cool. This is such an idyllic spot to go out on the water and explore Prince William Sound. But for our Kenai Peninsula road trip, it is time to head out and back to where we started. And that was the perfect timing, because it looks like we're gonna hit the right tunnel timing leaving Whittier. So go us. It's so wild that we are driving through that. It just looks like this massive mountain, not the tallest mountain in the area, but a massive mountain, and there's just a little road through it. Human creativity and engineering is pretty astounding sometimes. It's just like, I mean, Jen said it earlier off camera, like with how much weight is coming down on this one area. It's wild that this exists for the railroad and for the railroad initially, and now for us.
Yeah, wild.
Wild.
The final question. Was it prettier in Whittier? The Whittier slogan.
Confirmed. It is prettier in Whittier. We have come to Wild Scoops with Alex and Jackie. They're not tired of us yet.
No.
It's good news. And we got their famous baked Alaska cones. So we all got different flavors. I got the spruce tip and the rhubarb, both made with local ingredients. The rhubarb is from local farmers, and the spruce tips are from spruce tips picked here in Alaska. And it's baked, which means we have the homemade marshmallow fluff on top, roasted.
Baked Alaska.
The baked Alaska smells like a campfire. And I'm gonna get a first bite, the tart rhubarb and baked Alaska.
And?
Extremely tart and delicious. I'm gonna go for the spruce tips. very mild spruce tip flavor. It's there though.
Nice.
Delicious, delicious. All right, now for yours.
Okay, I got the rhubarb crumble and I got the wild blueberry, which there's tons of blueberries all over in Alaska, so it seemed very fitting. Have you guys tried the blueberry?
No.
Oh, you don't like berries?
Alex
though.
doesn't love
Alex
berries.
Do you want to
but-
try the berries?
Yeah, kind of with a little
Please,
fluff.
yes,
What, do you want
yes.
me to get the difference?
Absolutely. No, take some blueberry fluff.
We've already gotten each other sick, so
There we go.
what does it matter now? Oh, that's interesting.
You can really taste the blueberry.
The blueberry is good.
Yeah, the blueberry.
It's
is pretty good.
interesting thinking about having blueberry with s'more.
It was
It's
weird.
a little interesting,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's a nice little topper.
Well, after 2.5 weeks on our Kenai Peninsula road trip, it is time for some hot showers at Planet Fitness here in Anchorage.
We have some van chores before we head out on our next adventure. However, our next video will actually be
Homer, deep diving and getting off land. So cannot wait to share that with you. It was a fantastic time. We're gonna have a 3-part series for our Kenai Peninsula. This general road trip, Homer, and then Kenai Fjords National Park. So if you wanted to see a little bit more of one of those 2 areas, definitely make sure you subscribe to see those in the next couple videos.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Oh, and about our batteries, to circle back, we are at, drum roll please, we are at 99%. We're at 100 earlier, but just while the van's been off, we're down 1%, but not too shabby. It's one of the things we love about our electrical system. A lot of storage and really fast way to charge back up. Good night. Make a wish.
Yeah, it's a halibut.
That's not a halibut, that's a salmon.
Oh, it's a salmon.
Oh my god.
We're not including this.
What is the last bite? Other than a disaster.
Cone and blueberry and marshmallow.
Favorite 3 parts.
Favorite 3 parts. That's great. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
He's just gonna get it for your own. It doesn't have to make it into the video. You get the last say.
Technically, I export and upload the video, so I get the last day.
Technically, yes. That was great. Besides you laughing at me.